she asked us, have you visited Vaishno Devi? I said no, and Bipasha hadn't either. We went. So I wrote a letter, and we were lucky enough to get a lot of time there. Like a few months later, we get to know we're pregnant. Okay, and we had gone there on the 23rd of November 2021, and the first due date that we got for Devi was 23rd November 2022.
Oh, wow. I'm so happy how Devi is. I must say that
She's
the pictures and she's full of
she's
energy.
a fighter.
Yeah, she's a fighter.
She's the littlest, strongest, most powerful fighter ever met in my life. An actor who's worked on television, who is required to give 18 minutes of footage every day because the telecast has to go carved and created in fire. So everything else is not fire. It feels like you have the luxury of time when you're making a film. So we, on TV, we made one film every week.
Hi, this is Samina Sheikh here on Zoom channel, and with me today I have the dapper Karan Singh Grover, who needs no introduction, joining me right now on this exclusive interaction. So welcome me as I join him. I'm saying I'm not joining him, but of course I'm joining him for the conversation. So join me as I welcome him on Zoom channel.
Thank you for having me.
You know, I literally I'm still nervous because it reminds me of the days when I was intimidated by you, and there's this terrace scene when I'm like, Karan, please give me a bite, please give me a bite. And finally here I am like doing an interview with you from Dr. Arman Malik to this journey of fighter, how it has been for you.
It's been amazing. It's been, I feel like I've lived so many lives in one life, and it's nice. It's nice to meet one of our own people after so long. It feels good.
And how?
Because that was a different place,
Yes.
a very far away place,
Yes.
almost made up place, Kanjurmarg.
Yeah. And plus all the more like it's like more of work. Even now it's not like there's less work, there's more of physical work, I must say, that, you know, getting into shape and getting into this role for fighter, and especially such a big star cast, you know, and huge star cast. So the pressures must be a lot on you.
Yeah, the pressure was much more for this project, because it's such a huge project. Plus, it's with all the biggies, and you know, for me, I think if they are who they are because they put their 100% into everything. So for me, it was like I have to put 200% because, you know, they're all like so amazing that, you know, you need to come. They always bring their A game, and you have to do that as well. So as much as you can. It's a lot of hard work, but it's worth it.
I must say that nothing changed in you, Karan, you know, for that matter, like be it looks, be it the physique and all, but you know, I feel like there must be some years of experiences which has been added to you. So shifting gears, you know, say from television to Bollywood, and a lot of experiences, because both are different industries completely.
I mean, yeah, from the point of being a medium, yeah, it's different. For an actor, from the point of performance, it's not different, because we perform the same in the sense that we bring our craft and we try to polish it as our projects come along. I think because I started with television, filmmaking comes with a lot of leisure and a lot of time and a lot of effort that you can put into creating what you want to. Whereas because I started my career in television, it was almost like, hey, this is easy. In the sense that not like it's easy making a film, but for an actor who's worked on television, who is required to give 18 minutes of footage every day because the telecast has to go. So whether basically I've been carved and created in fire. So everything else is not fire. So I'm just saying, it's like when you come from that, the training is like immense. So it feels like you have the luxury of time when you're making a film. This is from an actor's point of view, not because they're working non-stop all the time. So for me, from my point of view as an actor, actually, maybe other actors have different points of view.
But no, there is no different point of view because, but to add to this, I recently spoke to Mona Singh also, and she
Yeah,
told me
yeah.
the same thing. She was like, I was shooting with Amir, and we had a pack up at at 6 p.m. and I was like, what? And she was like, am I also done with the scenes? And she had only like 3 sequences, and she was like, really? And Amir was like, yeah, you calm down. You come from TV, background and all. Maybe you feel that way, but
happened to
that's
me,
okay. And she was like, it took some time. So was it for you to, took some
Yeah.
time to like, oh my God, there's a lot missing, or maybe I'm not doing fruitful enough?
No, it's a high five, Mona. I understand. I feel you. Because I remember when I was shooting for Alone, and Bhushan sir was called for a backup, and I said, सर हम लोग ये कॉरिडोर सीन कर रहे हैं, ये कॉरिडोर में है, हमारा लाइटिंग भी रेडी है और हमारा ट्रैक भी लगा हुआ है, तो हम लोग मास्टर खत्म करते हैं ना नेक्स्ट सीन का.
Correct.
तो ही लुक्ड एट मी लाइक, क्यों बेटा कल का टेलीकास्ट है? मतलब नहीं नहीं, अच्छा जैसे कल करेंगे ना आराम से, बहुत टाइम है हमारे पास, आराम से करेंगे, बनाएंगे पिक्चर बनाए हम लोग. ठीक है. तो बिकॉज फॉर अस इट वाज लाइक जितना हम लोग ख़त्म करेंगे उतना बेटर है. सो फॉर मी इट वाज नेवर लाइक ये सीन हो गया, ये सीन. फॉर मी वाज लाइक इस जगह में कितने सीन्स का मास्टर हम लोग साथ में कर सकते हैं अगर मल्टीपल कैमरा सेटअप है.
Correct.
तो इट्स लाइक अ डिफरेंट, कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट बॉल गेम. सो इट्स अमेजिंग.
बट कहीं ना कहीं आपने उसको रिविजिट किया ऑन OTT प्लेटफॉर्म, आई मस्ट से, क्योंकि वहाँ पर भी कहीं ना कहीं शूट्स जल्दी हो जाता है. इन अ वे लाइक से द शूट स्केड्यूल इज
Yeah,
इट्स
that way.
लिमिटेड एज कंपेयर्ड टू से अ मूवी. अगर मूवी का शेड्यूल होगा आपका 1 year का और से 6 to 9 months, the shoot schedule would be of 21 day or say a month, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, true. It's like when you know the beginning and the end of a particular project or product that you're presenting, then obviously the time stipulated or time that you have to give to it is limited. Whereas in a daily soap, it starts and then it never ends.
Yeah.
It just goes on and on. So we on TV, we made one film every week.
Yeah.
Like if I look at it like that, the hours put and
Okay.
it was like
Yeah, exactly. Because
one film a week we are making. So it's on OTT also it was similar to films in the sense that you have a particular amount of time, and this is the beginning of the project, this is the end of the project, this is a story that starts, this ends here. So all the time in between, and then you divide it into whatever episodes according to whatever platform you're presenting it on. Other than that, yeah, it's quite it's nice in a way. Not like dailies is not, daily shows are not nice, they're very nice, but it's you get more time being yourself.
plus it gives you time to process yourself as an actor.
Yeah,
and also
to-
work on yourself.
Yeah, and also to understand what you can do to make yourself better. It gives you that much luxury of time. That's what I meant by it.
And at the same time, destiny. I must say that it was destined for you to be a part of Bollywood because you found your love and your
Yeah.
wife Bipasha Basu.
Just imagine, we got together because of a film called Alone. That's funny.
Imagine, and it's very like it's weird because it's like alone per there was a coupling happening.
Yeah, like I mean, I've lived my life and I've had lots happen in my life, and then one fine day I do a movie called Alone, and then I'm
You're
never alone. That's awesome. Oh, it was meant to be. It's like when you look back and you think about all the how ironic life is and the ironies of the universe and how it works,
Yeah.
and you start connecting dots. It's beautiful. It's meant to be.
And so I have to be Gen Zing right now with you. Do you feel that manifestations and law of attraction works in your favor?
Yeah, I mean, I did say that line once. In
Yeah, like right now you said the dots and all.
Yeah,
Right.
and even that line I said, अगर बिपाशा जैसी लड़की मिल जाए तो life बन जाए.
Oh yes.
Remember?
Yeah.
I know.
It
I
was
could have
like-
said any
it was,
other name.
Archived video.
I'm just saying, I could have said any other name.
Yeah.
But why? Why? And that also was brought to my notice by die-hard fans, man, and they're like so amazing that they're like, dude, you said that. I was like, yeah, I did. Oh man. I was like, yeah, I did. I said that. So, I mean, join the dots and all that, and yeah. So
मिलने के बाद कितना change हुआ है life में? Like, what do you like the most about her, and what is one habit of hers like which really annoys you?
I'll start with the second one. What really annoys me is that she's always right. It's very, very annoying to live your life with a person every day who's always right.
Yeah.
That means I'm always wrong. How does that work? How can I'll never be right in my life. It's like, it's a good thing because that's, you need to know right and wrong. But to be the person who's always wrong is not like fun place to be. But that's her. That's the way she is. That's her. Other than that, in my life, everything changed. Like you said that nothing about me has changed. Maybe when you look at me, probably, but everything changed. Like I think it's very dramatic to say, but it's the truth. I think I found myself when I met her. Like I didn't really know me before I met her. It's strange, but it's the truth. So yeah, everything changed.
And both the personalities have one thing very common, which is fitness. Like I've always seen both of you being super dedicated to that.
Yeah, it's I'm more dedicated because of her actually, because I remember when we were shooting for Alone, that time she, no matter what time we packed up, no matter what, how much work we have done, she'd always go to the gym, and she's super fit, and she's Bipasha Basu, and she always go to the gym. So who the hell am I to think that I can bunk?
Yeah.
Who am I? So I was like, dude. So yeah, earlier sometimes I used to skip gym, but never.
You're also blessed with a beautiful angel in your life, and that's Devi.
Yeah.
And
I have two Devis and two angels.
Two angels now. Who decided the name? Was it you, or was it like?
We decided together. There's a story actually behind it. Don't think I've ever said it on air. So here, हमारे लोग. So it's like so we had been trying actually for a few years now. With a lot of IVF cycles, and it's very difficult for women. Salute, bow down to all women in the world, man. You guys really, I don't know what we would do without you. We would not exist actually without you. But the kind of stuff that a woman goes through, that's another conversation. I think we'll have to do another interview only for that.
Yeah.
But for just cutting it short so that we can come to Devi and her name. So a friend of ours told us to go to, she asked us, have we visited Vaishno Devi? I said no, and Bipasha hadn't either. And I like going to spiritual places because they were built on X spots on the planet where the ley lines meet. I'm sorry, I'm very in-depth into stuff like that.
That's nice, yeah.
But the energy of that place, wherever it is built, our ancestors who built it, they knew much more about that than we know about cell phones. So whenever you go to a place like that, like any kind of spiritual, high spiritual or holy place or religious place, if you try and notice the energy in that place is different. It makes you feel good because of where it's located, and also because everyone comes there with their highest intentions.
True.
Nobody comes there with a bad thought. Like thoughts are, we think they're invisible and they're nothing. They exist. What do you think happens to a thought? So nobody comes there with a bad thought, and they come with their highest intentions. So the place feels like, it's like going to, like it's like a big, giant heart beating. So we hadn't gone, so we said, okay, we'll go. So our friend told us that, write a letter to Ma, Vaishno Devi, and thank her for whatever you want in your life, and just leave the letter there, and do your darshan and come back. So we're like, okay, we went. So I wrote a letter, and we were lucky enough to get a lot of time there. We went early in the morning, so there was nobody there.
Okay.
And just us and our friends Soham and Beenal, who had come with us. We went there. It was me actually, and Pasha was also there. Pasha is here only somewhere.
Yeah.
He's always with us. He's our guardian angel. So without Pasha, Bipasha is a bee.
Okay.
No, kidding. Sorry.
Yeah.
Come back to. So we're at Vaishno Devi, meeting and taking blessings from her. We leave the letter and we come back and everything's fine. And like a few months later, we get to know we're pregnant. Okay, and we had gone there on the 23rd of November 2021, and the first due date that we got for Devi was 23rd November 2022.
Oh wow. That's very strange, in fact.
It's like I feel like I'm going to cry every time I say it. So,
Yeah.
so I mean, and I'm not somebody who believes in coincidences, and everything means something. So that was like, I think, direct blessing. Ma was like, yo, this one's from me. So we're like, yeah. Just like that.
Super sweet though, and I go by your thought also. Even recently, even Shah Rukh Khan, when he delivered Jawan, he himself went to Vaishno Devi because
I know. Mamta went to
it was like a ek mannat ki thi, and then
Yeah.
it worked in his favor.
And
So
he lives in
never-
Mannat also. What the
And he
heck?
lives in Mannat also.
What?
So yes, there are some spiritual powers which worked completely in your favor. I must say that.
Yeah, and those spiritual powers obviously don't see which, which whatever sect you belong to, because they know better.
Yeah. And you also had a tough phase because you were also working, and at the same time, when Devi went through a phase which, now touch wood, she's out of it.
Yeah, it was like devastating because it was the third day of her birth, and we were told that she has like 2 holes in her heart. So it's wait, I'm sorry. I'm not loss of words. I'm trying to control my tears.
Okay.
So just in case you're wondering why I'm not talking.
But
anyway,
moving on to this, I'm so
Yeah.
happy how Devi is. I must say that
she's
the pictures and
she's
full of
she's
energy.
a fighter.
Yeah, she's a fighter.
She's the littlest, strongest,
Yeah.
most powerful fighter I ever met in my life.
Yeah.
Like she's she's something else. Nothing changed.
No?
Like before the surgery, after the surgery, she has no clue what happened. She had no idea whatever. She's like, yeah, I'm here to enjoy. Oh yeah, work for me. And I love everything, so you love everything. And I love everything. Like she'll pick up.
She's the
like
boss
a small-
baby in the
she-
house.
Yeah.
The boss baby. You're the
I'm
boss
like,
baby.
I'm so happy
Yeah.
that my dragon, Bipasha,
Yeah.
is actually wrapped around another little finger, who's also a dragon.
You're also, both of you are the OG Rocky and Rani ki prem kahani, I must say that in a way, the bong and the
Bengali.
punches, yeah,
Yeah.
mixing. Did you both like had to convince some of the parties, in any way, like, were you like Rocky Randhawa to Bipasha's, Bengali family?
Yeah, no, I mean, the life I've had, so it was like a different kind of
Okay, yeah,
things
but still,
to-
like,
yeah.
having that cool atmosphere.
More like, I'm like actually, Papa always asks me, तुम बंगाली है? मैंने नहीं, क्यों? ऐसा, तुम लिखता है, तुम पेंटिंग करता है, तुम गाता है. It's very Bengali of you. I know, but what do I do? I think somewhere you're Bengali. I was like, no, Papa, I'm very Sardar. As Sardar can get. He's like, okay.
But moving on to fighter, I must say that you have worked with actors like Hrithik, Roshan, Anil, Kapoor, Deepika, Padukone. There were 3, players out there. Sanjita Sheikh.
There
also.
was one time actually this whole you said about Rocky Rani thing. No? So there was one point where I was meeting Pasha's Ma, for the first time. I call her Ma now, so she's my Ma.
Yeah.
So we were meeting for the first time, and they might not have been kind of happiest about her choice. I mean, if I was a father and my daughter, I would be like, no way. So I was meeting her for the first time, and I never met her before. And when she came, I touched her feet and I hugged her, and I did not let go for many minutes.
Okay.
And she, you know, when you finish hugging somebody, like you tap, right? Like something like, I don't know why we do that as human beings, but we do. Like, yeah, okay, chal ho gaya itna. So she did it for some time. I didn't leave her till about finally. Then she kind of, I don't know, felt my heart and I felt hers, and she was fine. She loved me from then. So I loved her.
That's why
from
we
then.
call it monkey love.
Yeah. Also, dil mil gaye.
Dil mil gaye, literally dil mil gaye. But coming back to
Monkey
Fighter,
love.
you have worked with Deepika, you
Yeah.
know, Hrithik, Roshan, Anil, Kapoor. If
Yeah.
there were some learnings from these actors, what were they?
A lot of learnings, because let me start. So I follow, not follow, but I kind of like to understand a lot about things that are not physical, like somebody's star sign, or the kind of people that they are, or astral, the movement of the planets and stuff like that. So Bipasha is a Capricorn.
Okay.
So one thing I know for sure about Capricorns, because I'm like almost an expert on Capricorns now, that they are the perfect people.
Yeah.
They like to be perfect, and they're born like that, and they want to do everything the right way, the perfect way, be everywhere on time, do their best at everything they do. And in my film, Fighter, Hrithik is a Capricorn, Deepika is a Capricorn, Anil sir is a Capricorn, Akshay is a Capricorn. So I'm like the only not Capricorn imperfect person there. So every day was a learning. Every day was a learning. It's like I haven't met anybody who is as youthful and full of energy as Anil sir.
Yeah.
Even though he starts every conversation with everybody saying that, yeah, you have youth and you know it's good for you. I was like, you've had like you have like a well of youth somewhere, man, because you have all the youth, like forever. You look exactly the same for like forever. Like whoever met you and worked with you, you're the same. So I don't know what you're talking about. So maybe he tries to make you feel better about yourself or something, because he is and all of them, they're always on point, always, never like a second or a 1% less of them. They're always fully there with everything they have. So that's one thing that I've learned. If they're doing their 100%, then I have to do double.
And lastly, what's next for you, Karan, after Fighter?
There'll be a formal announcement for it, and then hopefully we'll meet again
Yes, hopefully.
and discuss that.
Well, thank you so much for a lovely time, Karan, and it was
Thank
lovely
you.
chatting with you.
Same
And
here.